Ukraine, Netherlands, and then it was probably Denmark. Those are the unofficial results. Chikale tried her best, but I'm not sure whether was it enough. First two places between Pavlova and Shiburst. Third place for Knudsen. Barbrasova finished in 5th place. The grandstand is getting more crowded with each day, which is always nice to see. Many flags including Germany, Serbia, Slovakia, or the Scandinavian countries such as Denmark or Sweden. But obviously most fans are from Czech Republic. And the Czech fans will have another reason to cheer, because there's the Olympic champion in the next semi-final. That's no wonder. Jakub Torcen from Germany, Olympic finalist. Vladislav Voloshin from Ukraine in lane number 2. Jon Wold, Norwegian, in the 3rd lane. Medalist from World Championships, but it was on 5K. Josef Dostal, reigning Olympic champion on this distance. World champion from 2014 from Moscow. So already 11 years ago. Inigo Pena, Spaniard in the 5th lane. Followed by the OG kayaker Miroslav Kirshev from Bulgaria, still in top shape and ready to compete. Samuel Balash, Slovakia, in lane number 7. Eetu Kolemainen from Finland in lane number 8. And Andrei Olejnik from Lithuania in lane number 9. The first 3 will advance to the final A. Battlers who will finish on 4th or 7th place can still get to the final B, thus fight for the 10th place. As usual, strong start by Inigo Peña, who's in a lead, or co-lead with Eetu Kolemainen. Finish off lead in lane number 7. Beg your pardon, it's Samuel Balash from Slovakia. So those 2 contestants are leading the way as we're just after 250 meters. Josef Dostal, as usually, just waiting on 3rd, 4th place, and will have a strong finish. Czech paddler, Czech giant, who's soon to be father with his fiancée, also professional kayaker Anička Paloudová. Who's expecting, so there's gonna be another style. Inigo Peña leading the way with Samuel Balash, so nothing has changed. 3rd place for Josef Dostal. It's hard to see whether he'll give his all or just try to advance and get one of those outside lines as he usually likes to. If I recall it correctly, he was battling in lane number 2 when he got his Olympic gold medal. 3rd decorated athlete, 5 Olympic medals. First he got in London 13 years ago, 2 in Rio de Janeiro, 1 with silver, another bronze with Radek Schlo from K2, and then finally the gold medal last year in summer. Samuel Balázs trying to maintain the momentum and the lead. Followed by Josef Dostal and lane number 6, Jaroslav Kirshev still in contention. And there is a large gap between him and Jon Volt. Last 200 meters. Seems like Josef Dostal is not waiting for anything and wants to try to finish. And wants to overtake his rivals from Slovakia and Spain. Hard to tell whether it's going to be enough. Last 80 meters. The yellow bumblebee boat is being pushed towards the finish line. And it's probably going to be Josef Dostal who's checking. How does it look like? He'll make it to the final A, followed by Inigo Peña and Samuel Balázs. So that's the order. Josef Dostal, the winner, followed by Inigo Peña and Samuel Balázs. So Czechoslovakians are, at least still unofficially, moving towards the final with Inigo Peña. Happy wave in front of his home crowd. Had a difficult heat with Fernando Pimenta. Didn't make it through. And still will have a 1 race, because Josef Dostal is competing on 500 meters as well. And we'll have his semi-final this afternoon. Monumental finish. Happy smile after the race. And he will be once again fighting for the medals in Racice. Second semi-final on 1000 meters men. In lane number 2, Josa Krajšek from Slovenia. His best result was the 5th place on the European Championship in 2017. Maxime Margelli from France in 3rd lane. Generation of French paddlers after Maxime Beaumont. Torbjörn Drask, Danish athlete in lane number 4. That's also the younger generation, the newcomers to the championships. Bojan Zdelar, Serbian in 5th lane. Yawning, almost like he doesn't have to compete with the world's best. Arthur Peters, Belgian, in lane number 6. 6th place from World Championship in 22 and bronze medal from the European one. Andreas Kera, representing Italy in the 7th lane. Lane number 8, Alex Borucki from Poland. Milan Decker, Dutch competitor in lane number 9. Alex Borucki has started like a fired cannonball, followed by Stellar and Rask. Those are the three leading paddlers. This is the last semifinal on 1000 meters, so savor it, ladies and gentlemen. Bojan Zdelar overtaking Polish athlete. It's still incredibly tight on top. There's Morgan Rask, Bojan Zdelar, and even Arthur Peters, who has a strong finishes as well. He was a training partner, some training camps with Josef Dostal, so that's probably where he got it. Lanes 4, 5, and 6 still in the lead. But the leader at the moment is Arthur Peters, who's going through the split on the first place. After him, there is Rask and Zdelar. Skera and Marcelli are quite far behind. This is where it hurts. Then Rask checking the competition and making sure that he has something left in his tank, and so does Bojan Zdelar. Last 300 meters. This is where it hurts the most. Fundamental face expression by Arthur Peters. Will be a disappointment for the Belgian team if he didn't make it to the final. But look at lanes 3 and 7. Skera with Marcelli, so French and Italian athletes are trying their best and maybe will complicate the advancement for the Serbian, who looks like he doesn't have enough energy. Torbjörn Rask over to Belgium and is heading for the final A, but look at lane 7 and 3. Marcelli with Skera. Only the first 3 are advancing to the final A. Rask is gonna be one of them, followed by Peters, and who's gonna be third? It's not gonna be Serbian, it's gonna be either Italy or France. Andrea Skera. Third place for Italy, according to the unofficial results, of course. That really was some finish. I wrote it off. He timed that finish perfectly and will be rewarded with another chance to compete for the medal. There he is, Andrea Skera. Almost fainting, heavy breathing, but I'm sure that he's happy. As usually, slow-mo of the paddling technique. It's incredible to see that every single paddler has a different style of paddling. It depends on your body proportions, whether you're tall, short, strong. Everybody has his own. Now we have a 10-minute window because we'll be changing distances. We're going from 1 kilometer all the way to 200. As there is a semi-final of K1 men. Here's the confirmation. Russ, Peters, and Skeda all advancing. Marjo Louis-Deller and Zakrajšek and Borucki will be headed to the final B. Chika fleets ready to support their fellows, making noise and showing their muscles.
To je vzal ze spodu, veď? Jdeme? Jo, budeme.
Jasné.
First 500 was okay. Then we need so and you were pushing the
Stovka. No, jako to něco říká, já jsem stav 2 minuty před koncem.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the first and only semifinal for K1 men 200 meters. In the first lane, there's Erik Andersson from Sweden. Second lane, Ricardo Baldan from Italy. Alexander Zaitsev, Ukraine, in lane number 3. European gold medalist from 2024. Got unlucky in heats and will try to redeem himself in the semifinal. Andrzej Urankar, Slovenian, in lane number 4. And to his right, Robert Akmens, Latvian and European silver medalist from 22. Also has a bronze medal from World Championship in 2021. Badri Kevalashvili, Georgian, in lane number 6. World silver medalist from 2023. And an owner of European bronze medal from last year. Moritz Florstedt, German, in lane number 7. Czech Republic's homegrown Jakub Brabec in lane number 8. Junior world champion and under 23 medalist. Last but definitely not least, Stanislav Tsvetanov from Bulgaria. So got himself one final in 23 World Championship. The advancement, only first 3 athletes will make it to the final 8, the rest are out. They're just slowly paddling towards the starting capsules. Looking like a predator. Just trying to get its prey. Defending champion in lane number 3. Medalist from World Championship in 5 and 6. But as they are competing on the shortest distance, which is 200 meters, anything can happen. Great start by Jakub Brabec, lane number 8. Flying like an eagle through the 200-meter track. Who's in the lead? This camera angle is not telling anything, but this one is. Latvia's Robert Akmens is entering the last 100 meters, and the other half on the first place, followed by Georgian and Slovenian. We're approaching last 30 meters. It's still Slovenian, followed by representative from Georgia, Kevalashvili. So it's Kevalashvili, Akmens, and who's gonna be third? Looks like lane number 3. So according to my eyes, I would say it was Zaitsev, so the defending champion should be advancing as well. What a tight and close race. Robert Akmens had a great first half and should be advancing as well. Badri Kevalashvili trying to get into another final. Look at the lead that Robert Akmens had. Wasn't enough for his Georgian rival. Both of them are advancing though. There's a big difference between 200-meter specialists and athletes who are competing on 1 kilometer. More muscle and bigger dynamics. Here's the confirmation. Kevalashvili followed by Zaitsev and Akmens are all advancing to final. First European Championship for Jakub Brabec, and very nice 7th place in the semi-final. I'm certain he'll be satisfied with his performance.
Okay.
Very good. Sorry, we have water. Please give.
Kevalashvili thirsty to get some water,
Thank you.
and maybe even thirsty to get some medals. We'll see tomorrow. Alexander Zaitsev, 2nd place, 34 seconds, 0.6. That's quite a time. The next semi-final will be started at 11:15. And it's called K1 Women. 200 meters. Josef Dostal's sister and fiancé sitting and debating.
So yet another reminder from us. Already spoke about it.
Everybody on Grand Tribune
It's day number 2. We found
is in a great mood, which is nice to see.
Ciao Sam, Mayas.
Lane 2, Spain. Lane 3, Czech. Lane 4, Hungary. Lane 5, Germany. Lane 6, Denmark. Lane 7, Latvia.
The only semi-final of K1 women, Sara Uzande from Spain in lane number 2, followed by under 23 years old world champion, but on a 500-meter distance, Barbora Betlachova. There she is. Four-year-old. Czech lioness. To her right, there's Anna Lutz from Hungary, European gold medalist from 2024. Had not a strong start yesterday in heats, which caused her the advancement and has to redeem herself. Katarina Diedereich, German in lane number 5. Locked in and ready to compete. And same goes for Julia Onsen. Danish in lane number 6. And 7th lane, Dominika Sikorska from Latvia. Also will try to squeeze into the final.
One minute to the start. All boats to the start line.
And you can hear the announcer. 1 minute till the start. Once again, only the first 3 will make it to the final. The rest are out. Whenever we see Barbora Betlachova, you can also hear the Czech fans who are rooting for her, having their fingers crossed, and are curious to see. False start. That's the first time this year. I'm curious whose fault was that. The cameraman is just pendling between all the athletes. The start has to be repeated. Didn't look like anybody in peculiar was faster than the others. So let's see how it goes for the second time. Olsen getting ready to start, and so are her colleagues. Katarina Diderich. Cannot get more concentrated than that. One last side eye from Sarah Ozande, and the defending champion in lane number 4. Attempt number 2, semi-final of K1 Women 200. And it was Sarah Ozande. So in case that she will have another low start, she'll get disqualified. This time everything goes alright. High-powered first few strokes by Danish athlete in lane number 6, who was just overtaken by Anna Lutz, defending European champion on the first place. Almost side with Sarah Ozande, who's also competing for the advancement. Anna Lutz, followed by Barbara Betlachova. She's trying her best, and at the moment on the 3rd place. Look at the strong finish from Barbara Betlachova, as Hungarian has won. And then it was between Germany, Czech Republic, and Denmark. The graphic says that Czech athlete finished 5th, but I wouldn't care about that. We'll have to wait for the photo finish, as it was between Germany, Denmark, and Czech Republic. Anna Lutz, the winner, advancing to the final A. Didn't even have to try that much, as she's one of the strongest athletes on 200 meters. Susanne Ozande. That should be also quite clear that she's moving to the final, but who finished 3rd, we'll have to wait. Perfect technique from Anna Lutz, who has won by a lot. Determination in her expression says it all. Anna Lutz first, Sarah Ozande, and then it was German Katharina Diederich by 0.5 seconds ahead of Julia Olsen. 5th place for Barbara Betlachova, who did well and will compete on 500 meters, which is her favorite distance.
Three minutes to the start of race 51, T1 women 200 meters. Lane 3 Moldova, lane 4 Georgia.
Semi-final of C1 women. Elena Glizan from Republic of Moldova in lane number 3. Georgian Mariana Gerdiashvili in lane number 4. 5th lane Kincho Takash, European silver medalist from 2017. And 8th place from the Olympics. And Bethany Gill from Great Britain in lane number 6. Just 4 athletes competing for 3 spots in final. Hence only 1 lady will get unlucky. Bethany Gill trying to live up to the hype of British sprinters. And surely doesn't have anything on mind other than the advancement. Dakash. With her bib that has number 99. First in the starting capsules. Let's see if she's gonna be first in the finish line. Everything's tight after the start as the ladies have to take off. Kardiashvili, Georgian in lane number 4. Leading the way at the moment. Look at his incredible stroke rate. That's a well-oiled engine of the Georgian Canoes, followed by Kincho Dakash. Third place for Elevena Glizan as Bethany Jill is quite far off, and now it's clear. The battle for the first place, which took Gerdiashvili, followed by Takash and Glizan. So lanes 3, 4, and 5 are advancing to the final. Mariami Gerdiashvili is the winner. Like her colleagues on kayak. Another athlete from Georgia has advanced to the final A. Frequency of paddling on lane 4 was incredible. Deservedly is advancing. See one man wrestle on 200-meter track. And yet another Georgian. But in lane number 3, Nikolai Kratsyun, Italy.
1 minute to the start. All boats come to the start line.
European
Please
silver
take
medalist
your
from
position.
2019. To get back to his good old days and compete for medals. David Töppel, German, in lane number 4. So it was a huge disappointment that he didn't make it all the way to the final from heats. Gia Gabadeva, representing Georgia, in lane number 5. Elias Prinsen, Romania. Representing Luxembourg, Dario Maximovic in lane number 7. The advancement is still the same, only the first 3 will make it through, the other 2 are eliminated. Great first 10 meters by Romanian in lane number 6, who's leading the way at the moment. Looks like Maximovic won't be able to make it through, so there's only 4 athletes. Look at the stroke rate of Georgian in lane number 5. Hard to tell whether is it gonna be enough, as it's all tied up. Only 3 will advance to the final lane, and we're approaching last 30 meters. It's still between lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. In lane number 6, Romanian in the lead, in a very tight lead, followed by 5 and 4. And what about Italy and Canoe? Last 10 meters, victory for Romania. Then it was Georgia, Germany, or Italy. Closest race so far. And three-way tie for the second and third place, as the referees will have to come in clutch. And look at the photo finish. Sprinkin, Romanian, should be advancing to the final A, followed by Hum. We'll see in the next tenths of second. Fragrance of paddling from Georgian athletes. This was something unseen, especially on Canoe. Kick towards the finish line. I would say that Gia Gabadeva did make it, and that's between Italy and Germany. We'll have to wait for the official results. And here they are. David Teppel was the luckier one by 0.02. Took the advancement from Italian athlete. First and only semifinal for Paracanoeist VL3. Men on 200 meters. Let's see who's starting there. Artur Petrosyan from Armenia. He's coming off 6th place in 23. Also one of the vets. Volodymyr Djubinsky, Ukrainian in lane number 3. Mirko Nicole, European bronze medalist representing Italy in lane number 4. 8th place from 24 World Championship. Javier Reja, Spain, and lane number 5, if I'm not mistaken, the oldest contestant in this category. And Patryk Dabrowski, Polish, in lane number 6. Had to get a big back, but still had a strong start. Tomasz Niakowski, lane number 7, another Polish athlete. Stroke rate getting as higher as it could. The first 3 will advance. Italian Mirko Nicole in lead, followed by Reja and Djubinsky. Thus lane 5 and 3. Great second half of the race by Tomasz Niakowski, who's still trying to push on his Ukrainian competitor, but whether it's gonna be enough, it's hard to tell. Mirko Nicole, this is what you like to see if you are rooting for Italy. He's winning by a lot, huge gap. Battle for the second place between Reja and Djubinsky. The photo finish will have to decide it, but both of those Paracanoeists should be advancing to final A. Javier Reja and Volodymyr Djubinsky are following Nicole to the final A. Tomasz Niakowski Had a great start and a finish, but this time it wasn't enough. Nicoli. Great name among para athletes. In a class of his own. From this point of view, it seemed like Jubinski finished second. Which is now verified. Nikola Jubinski-Recha advancing to the final A. Time of 51.7. Just 4 seconds of world record. We have short break, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll be back at 11:20 for the semi-finalists of K4 men and women.
Gdzie to chodzi?
to the start of race 55. Three, four, 500 meters. Semifinal run. Lane 1, Latvia. Lane 2, Serbia. Lane 3, Italy. Lane 4, Portugal. Lane 5, Ukraine. Lane 6, Lithuania. Slovakia. Lane 8, Sweden. 4 minutes to the start. 4 minutes. 3 minutes to the start. 3 minutes. Come to the start area.
So the first semi-final of K4s, especially the men's one, is about to start. In lane number 1, Mamontovs, Aldinis, Prusis, and Lamberts from Latvia. Second lane, John Beta Stoichkov, Rudovic, Lakunjic, Serbia, Italy. In lane number 3, it's Riza Bernocchi, Ginti, and Benato. Lane number 4, Gustavo Goncalves, Ribeiro, Baptista, and Casinha. Lane number 5, Ukrainians led by Oleg Kukarik, Dmitry Danilenko, Ihor Trunov, and Alexander Zaitsev. World champions from 2021, finished 4th in Tokyo. Lane number 6, Lithuania, Maldonis, Kaplinski, Navakauskas, and Seya. Great sprinters. That's the crew that we're expecting to have the best start. Those are the Czech ladies, not the Slovaks. Here there are Csaba Zalka, Denis Mishak, Milan Dorner, and Adam Botek. In lane number 7, Olympic bronze medalist from Tokyo and silver medalist from 2022 World Championship. And in lane number 8, Swedes.
1 minute to the start. Come to the start.
Lagerstam, Johan Mirberg, Jesper Johansson, and Karl Broden. The Vikings from the north, battling their way through the semis. Only the first 3 crews will make it to the final lane. The rest are out. Tough advancement, but it is what it is for K4s. And the crews to go. As expected, Lithuanians in the 6th lane, leading the way at the moment. by Ukraine and Portugal. Portugal have a combined squad of sprinters and athletes who compete on 500 meters, such as João Ribeiro, who's a world champion on K2 and 500 meters. As we're approaching the other half of the race, it's Lithuanians tied up with Portugal, followed by Italy and Serbia. What about Ukraine and Slovakia? Not very close. Very far behind. Last 100 meters. Ukrainians are getting in front of Swedes. Still at the moment, Portugal and Lithuania in the lead. Who's gonna finish third? It's between Italy, Ukraine and Sweden. Victory for Portugal, second place for Lithuania, and Ukraine secured the third place and advancement to the final A. Will finish for the fourth place. And excitement from Gustavo Goncalves, the head of a snake, the Portuguese crew who won and will be competing for the medals. Messias Baptista, world champion on K1 200 meters, secures another final. Second place according to the unofficial results for Lithuania, and then Ukraine. Fabulous start by Lithuanians, which helped them to gain the momentum and move to the final. High-powered strokes by Portuguese took them to the victory. And this gesture says it all. Now it's confirmed, Portugal, Lithuania and Ukraine heading all the way to the final. Sweden, Italy and the rest are eliminated. Last race of the morning program is gonna be K4 for women. Mathiasen, Milsen, Milders, Jensen and Iversen. In lane number 1, Danes, European silver medalist from 2022. Lane number 2 is empty. In third one, there's Emily Lewis, Deborah Kerr, Emma Russell and Zoe Clark, British paddlers.
1 minute to the start.
Surprisingly, in the semifinals, European silver medalists from 23, Germans, Paulina Paszczyk, Katarina Diderich, Pauline Jaksch and Hanna Spielhagen. Fifth lane, Italy, Irene Belan, Agata Fantini, Sara Reziglot and Meshua Marigo. Teresa Portela, Ana Rodriguez, Ana Brito and Ines Costa. In lane number 6, Portugal. And in lane number 7, ladies from the Czech Republic, Eliška Betlachová, Kateřina Zárová, Štěpánka Subičková and Adela Hazová. The squad with Barbara Betlachová, so her sister Eliška is in front of the crew and dictating the tempo. Great first few strokes by Danes, led by Mattensen. Number 1. It's perfect wind conditions compared to yesterday. single lane is disadvantaged. As expected, Germans took off and are leading this race halfway through, followed by Great Britain and Denmark. Portuguese not very far behind, and neither are ladies from Italy or Czech Republic. Last 200 meters, still the pink German boat. Look at his stroking techniques, that's really something. Portuguese overtook Daneson's third place. Great finish by Czech Republic in lane number 7. Last 50 meters. So how does it look like? British are paddling their way through. So are the Germany, Great Britain and Denmark. Will be probably advancing. Strong push from Portugal and Czech Republic, but it wasn't enough. Battle for the first place between Germany and Great Britain. Third and last spot in the final for Danes. Fourth and fifth place for Portugal and Czech Republic. Germany were stamped as the winners of this race. That's still, of course, unofficial. And Italy, Portugal, and Czech Republic should be eliminated. Last few looks on this race as we're signing off, and we'll come back, ladies and gentlemen, at 3 o'clock for afternoon's program. Last few semifinals on K1 500 meters and some other distances. It's a beautiful weather, at least in Czech Republic. So if you are watching, go outside, have a walk, have a nice lunch, enjoy yourself, and we'll see you at 3 o'clock.
Sick. That was really good. Proud of us. Nice of both running away. The camera's on. Are you gonna wave to the camera?
Gracias.